If you saw my video yesterday, you've probably noticed that it's been taken down. I did not do that. YouTube took it down because it was in violation of the guidelines. Thankfully I did not receive a strike because that could have easily happened. I am feeling a lot better today. My sinuses haven't been draining down my throat quite as badly today, which is a good thing. And I'm a lot less angry, which makes it easier to speak my mind and be more logical, you know? But regardless of the fact that I do feel better, there are still things that will always be true no matter what. And the first thing that will always be true is that our universe is just a hell realm that was designed by an evil creator. God is evil, and I'm going to reject him to his face. The second thing that will always be true is that the moment I was created was a violation of my lack of consent. It was an unforgivable act of violence that was committed against me, and I'm never going to let it go. Whether it's my parents, who I'm not going to forgive, or if God was involved, I'll never forgive him either. The third thing that will always be true is that not wanting to exist is not a mental illness. Having the desire to not exist, being labeled as a mental illness, is just gaslighting. You know, that's what the majority of mental health professionals do, is they gaslight people. Label them as mentally ill merely because they hate this world and they don't want to be a part of it. I appreciate the comments that I received from people who understand, from people who aren't just delusional NPCs. That's what the majority of people seem to be. The life-loving majority that just, they think there's something wrong with you if you're not like them. The normies, as they're called. I might be giving some more thought to my podcast idea of the right to a graceful exit, because if I can get people to talk to me about the topic of, you know, peaceful euthanasia being legalized, you know, I think it's a discussion worth having, but I don't know how it's ever going to be legalized because the government just needs its slaves to work for them so they can use us for money, so they can tax us. Taxation is just theft anyway. While I didn't mention this before, other than the sinuses draining down my throat, the only other problems that I have is that I have student loan debt, and at a bank that I used to go to, I have a loan with them that I couldn't pay back, and they took me to court over it. So now they want to garnish my taxes, so why should I file my taxes if they're going to be garnished anyway? There's no point to it. I haven't filed my taxes in 3 years anyways. Work is just slavery, whether you get paid or not, because you're still a slave to money and endlessly paying bills. That's just how it is. And I guess that's another thing that will always be true. But I really do appreciate the comments that I received on the video. It really helped to feel understood by other people from the antinatalist community. I can't remember exactly what was said, but, you know, I still appreciate it anyway. So I think I'm just going to end this here for now. I'll probably make more videos in the future, but I'm going to try to make sure that I'm a lot calmer when I make them, because I've noticed that if I make videos when I'm not feeling good, I tend to get very angry. I realize my anger is probably justified sometimes, but maybe not to the extreme levels that it reaches. You know, somebody out there probably would say, "Oh, maybe your anger is fully justified. You should be that angry." But I just don't like being angry. Anyway. But I'm going to end the video here, I think.